we all have a creative genius. And when I think back to a quote by Albert Einstein, and he said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. To me, that means the genius of all geniuses thought that everyone was a genius, right? So if we don't believe that we are a genius, it means the second quote is true, which is, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. And what that means is, growing up, our society has basically judged kids' intelligence based on, are you good at math? Are you good at science? Are you good at the school subjects? And if we aren't, then I think we don't believe we're as smart as some of the other people who might be. But we can have a creative genius in anything. We could be a creative genius as a mechanic who works on cars. We could be a creative genius at someone who swings a tennis racket, and we call them professional tennis players. We could be a creative genius at cleaning offices. Whatever it is that we love to do and are good at could be what I call our creative genius. And so the problem with that is people know what they love to do, they just don't think they can make money from it. And they think, I have a creative genius in cleaning offices. That kind of sucks because that's what I love to do. How am I going to make money from that? But there was a man named Bob Proctor who in the 1960s was making $4,000 a year as a fireman and owed $6 and wasn't going, as he described it, anywhere fast. A couple of years later, he's making millions of dollars per year in the 60s, owning businesses in Toronto, London, New York, Atlanta, and he was cleaning offices. That's how he started off. And so it's not necessarily our creative genius that's going to make us money.
Yeah.
It's adding other skill sets of business, sales, marketing, finances, all the, networking, all these skills that if we can add with our creative genius, we can either build a business from it or a side hustle or partner with someone. And if you don't think you're good at those skills or you don't necessarily, you're starting off, from the bottom, whatever it may be, you can learn from other people. You can hire people like Liger partners to help you with that creative genius and to learn how to build the skills of business so you can enjoy what you're doing.
I love that. And there's a lot in there too.
There was I got on a roll.
No, that was awesome. I feel you were talking about signing up for a TED Talk. I think we got it.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the TED Talk. To your point, you're not going to take a square block and shave off one of its corners to make it fit into a triangle hole. Right? You're going to find a square hole.
Right.
Or you're going to make one.
Yes.
Right? It's not intuitive, to use your own word, to cut off a corner of a square to make it a shape it wasn't meant to be.
Perfect. Yep.
So just to kind of wrap up that idea, but I love everything about what you said. I had a conversation with one of my fraternity brothers in college, and we went the whole night talking about how the most powerful thing in the world is belief.
Yeah.
People die for it. People live for it. People steal for it. People, any emotion, any action is all based around belief.